Good evening, everyone. This is T-Mac for T-Mac's American Experience, and we're going to go on a scary adventure tonight. I haven't been at this place for a while here, but we're going to go back to Creepy Hollow, and we are on the full moon night. The lunar eclipse, the blood moon, will be in the early morning hours tomorrow. It's March 2nd, and early morning, March 3rd, is the blood moon. So we have the full moon tonight. It's out in full, and we'll get some shots of that. But I haven't been to Creepy Hollow in a while, and some of you guys know the real name of that location. And you know some of the things that have happened in that area. So get ready for a great adventure, because I haven't been there in a while. We're going to see what's happened over the winter, what kind of changes have happened, erosion and everything from a very cold winter. And it is a very cold night still. It's 26 degrees. And this is kind of the last of our good weather days. Even though this has been cold, it's the last of the good weather. We have a deluge coming. There's warmer temperatures, but a lot of rain. And they're predicting for up here, they're predicting up to 4 inches of rain over the next week, which is quite a bit. And in some places in Northeast Ohio up here, they're predicting as much as 8 inches of rain. So a lot of the areas around where I will hike, everything's going to get flooded out and probably not going to be hikeable for a little while here anyway, at least up here towards the lake shore. We'll see about the rest of the state, because I may have to take some trips to get some hikes in. But for now, we got tonight. And if any of you guys have seen any other videos here, you know this is a massively creepy place. Okay, so if you see something, you hear something, say something. Drop stuff in the comments. Remember our objectives. It's wildlife documentation is primarily what I do. These are hiking adventures. And we're also looking for, down in this place, we have had a lot of rocks thrown at us. Howls, hisses, disembodied voices, many legends and folklore, lore, all that kind of stuff down here. This is, like I said, I call it Creepy Hollow. Kind of hiding its real name a little bit, but some of you guys know what the real name is. But it's because it's lived up to that billing. Okay, there's been all kinds of stuff happen back here, and not just to me. I've caught orbs on here. I mean, real, like lights in the woods. Not even something that you could possibly mistake for a dust particle or a bug. We're talking real light, bright orbs have been seen down here by other people, and I have seen them. Other people that I've talked to now have come and reported to me about having rocks thrown at them. All kinds of weird stuff happens down there. Even having the old bridge shake, which we will go across, a very old and historic bridge. And as you know, many legends of this place. And we got a full moon out. So get ready for the adventure here. I'm doing this in my car so that we can get right out to the hike, and that, you know, I'm not going to be startling anything and scaring anything away before I get a chance to get down there and hike. So let's get ready for a great adventure. We'll start off, I'll be showing you some of the full moon pictures. And on that note, let's get ready for a great adventure. Let's cue the music and let's get rolling, because this place is only going to get creepier as the night goes along. Alrighty, cue the music and let's roll. Okay, here we are in Creepy Hollow, the creepiest place of them all. I'm already hearing noises over here. I don't have the lights turned on yet. This is just a camera light. Trying to get equipment adjusted a little bit, because things are just not wanting to cooperate. Okay. All right. So we are going to go over a little bit of noise pollution. You'll be able to hear I-90 in the background. Okay, and we will still hear some of the trains. We're about 5 miles away from the closest train track, but you can still hear them down here. So on that note, thermal is recording the full moon of March. March Madness. Let's begin. First hike of March. Okay. As you can know, this road is abandoned, closed, so they push. This is where they stop the road maintenance right here. So they just push the road with the gravel here when they plow. This is the state of Ohio that does this. This is in Monroe Township. Okay. I'm going to start off with just the PowerTech headlamp on. It's dark. It's even with the full moonlight, which, I mean, that's helping a little bit. It's still pretty dark out here. And we're going to head down into the hollow. One part on this that I kind of dread is coming back up this hill. This is a down and back hike. You can see light off kind of on the left there. That's a house light coming through because we have no leaves on the trees yet. Okay. You see got a little bit of a glimpse of a light there. That's some from the house that's to my right here. That light right there. Okay, on the right hand side, that's the doctor's house. And again, all of this area is private property, with the exception of the road, which is owned by the state. So I have to stay on the road, and the state owns a few feet off to each side of the road. So that's the extent of what I can really go. I can't go off the road, and I don't like to trespass on other people's property. But we'll see what happens, because I haven't been down here this winter. Technically, March 2nd, technically still winter, I guess. But this is kind of towards the end of it, after the majority of the lots of snow we got has melted. So this is pretty new, this tree. You can see where it broke off right there, hit the ground. Oof. And it crunched a power line. Oh, dude, gotta pay attention to this. I got a downed power line right here. That is no bueno. Okay, step over that carefully. We're gonna have to watch that on the way back. Again, some of the dangers of doing these hikes. You never quite know. So again, I got doctor's house up there. That's that light I'm getting. And then that'll be the last property for a little while. Until we get up the hill on the other side a ways. We'll cross the Conneaut Creek. This is the Conneaut Valley, Conneaut Creek Valley, Monroe Township, Ohio. I'm hearing noises on the side. It was a cold but sunny day, and we had a little snow the night before. Most of it got melted up. This is a Monday, March 2nd. Full moon. still gonna be kind of icy here. So I gotta kind of watch my step. This road is just massively tore up. We have some of the prints here. They faded. Some of those might be deer, but some of those are definitely not. But I can't tell what. Because like I said, we had a sunny day, even though it only got up to about 30. It was sunshine and with light winds, so it melted off quite a bit of the snow. You can see some of the snow remains. And I think it's time we're gonna hit part of the warrior line here. And they did say I did get a fog advisory. Okay, so we may start getting, I think I already have a little bit of the glare. I can hear the sound of the Conneaut Creek flowing pretty good. Again, it's got a lot of snow melt in it lately. Somebody's been throwing their cans down here. And some of this area it's flattened a lot more because of like the water flow down here, especially like with snow melt. It's flattened a lot of things. We had over 2 feet of snow on the ground at the peak of this. And I had to avoid this area a lot because of there's nowhere to park here because this area doesn't get plowed, and hiking through 2 feet of snow is very difficult as it is. I did some hikes during that time. Now, our puddles that are down here, pretty soon they're going to be filled with peep frogs. And I am looking forward to hearing them because that means that warmer weather is on the way. I am seeing some of the signs of spring's return, winter's end. One of them is turkey vultures are back in the area. And that's one of the signs of it. There's a couple other different types of birds I've started to see. They're starting to come back. Oh, look, clear moon with a contrail going right through it. Over the sound of the water, I can hear, sounds like a dog barking. I think. I can't really make it out. Again, very cold. I gotta have something over my ears. I do hear the train in the distance. As I said, one of our noise pollution items. It's how well that sound travels, or just how loud the train is. It's 5 miles from here, and it's still loud. Okay. This is the old bridge built in the 1890s. Sadly condemned. We're gonna get a good shot of that. I'm gonna even move the camera out. I am seeing, it's weird, but I am seeing some bugs flying around. So, even though, and some dust, definitely have some dust in the air. Weird being that it's, like I say, 26 degrees out. I just seen some bugs flying though. Those were not orbs. Again, I'm seeing them around here. Those little things going across there, we do have some dust particles in the air. And there's some, strangely, you wouldn't think it right now, especially this cold winter, but do have, I seen it, like unmistakable, they were some bugs flying. Okay. Up on that ridge up there, it's our watch area. What I'm gonna do, even though we have the water noise, we're gonna hit our Peter Cottontail. So Cottontail in distress. Coming up here. It's gonna get loud, so get ready. 3, 2, 1. Okay, and then we're gonna hit it one more time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, I know that sound travels through this valley, even over the sound of that water. So again, this area up here, that's one of our primary watch areas. We get stuff on both sides. We had stuff happen on the other sides at times. And I see we had people down here shooting again. There's their trash from their bullets. Again, I don't recommend that. There is a house near here. There are other houses too close by. And I do see those look like, those are looking like coyote. Those are looking like coyotes coming across this bridge. Those are definitely coyote tracks. So, okay, so I know they're down here. This area down here, this is where I've had a lot of rocks thrown. Going up this hill, there's been quite a few rocks thrown at me. Just on this side of the bridge, I should say. Seems quiet so far. We have went up there, me and John. There are several places where you can hide from my thermal camera and still wing rocks at me very good. So I have my thermal camera on it, but again, there's so many hiding spots up there. There's the foundation of an old house. Some of the stone walls of that even go up a little higher than the foundation. Perfect to hide behind. Some of these trees up here are hollowed out on the inside. Perfect to hide behind. Nobody's gonna see you. My winter hikes here, I've had some stuff thrown at me, but I haven't been out for as many hikes as last winter. In fact, at least by half, because of the combination of health and weather, and some friends and family being very sick or dying. This year, it has been one rough winter. So I know you guys, in that trail camera video, you seen John there for just a little bit. His mother did pass, and that's been tough to deal with for us. I mean, even more for him. But Suzanne was like a second mother to me, so it was very much a devastating loss. I also got my friend Richard Brown, still battling stage 4 colon cancer. He's still fighting very, very bravely. But fortunately, he was overweight to start with this, but he's dropped half of his body weight. And now, for like the first time in his life, weighs less than I do. So, but he is still fighting. And that has kind of sent shockwaves and ripples through my friend circle. And we've been spending a lot of the time to go visit him. What was that? Yeah. My foot kind of caught on something there, but I didn't see anything for it to make that kind of noise. Hunting season is over, but this place was hunted, and that's what I believe the last time I was down here. So I found the puddle of blood on the road with some hunks of flesh. I think was probably from a hunter nailing a deer with an arrow. See somebody tossed their Coke bottle. Some of that, I don't know, like that could have been there for a long time. Or who knows, there could be other people out here. So I gotta adjust my glasses just a bit here. And again, gotta do gloves because my hands will really start to freeze off. Get up in this area again. I've had stuff come from both sides of the road. So it's difficult because I don't even know exactly which side. Over here, there's another foundation of a house over on the other side of that. And that little mound alone is concealment from my camera as well. There's, like I said, there's lots of places to conceal your thermal signature here. And I tell you, if there was not the sound of I-90, this place would be total dead silence. I mentioned it before, over on this property, 2006, a man shot another man in the neck with a shotgun slug and killed him. And he is still in prison for that. There's also just back there a little bit the tree where a gay couple had a quarrel in the late 60s, and the one killed the other and tied him to a tree down here. That is a true story. Okay. We also have had, going back into the 1800s, two different people, including one of the Tinker family, that was down here, fell off of their horse and buggy, hit their head, and died. One of them was very suspicious. The county sheriff ruled it an accident, but many of the people in the area believed it to be a murder. And there was actually some unrest over that. People who believed it was a murder believed that the sheriff's office was paid off. And again, a long time ago, I do see a trail camera over there. It's pointing at the road. I don't care because I'm on the state road, state-owned road. So they can capture me here all they want. I'm allowed to walk on this road. So I know the guy who owns this property on the side here does not want me to do that and has threatened to sue me. So again, that's why I stress all of this area is private property. Well, I know from experience, trail cameras up here make this place go quiet. So seeing that trail camera up here, especially the direction it's pointed at, really kind of makes me wonder. And because if he has more of them up there, this place will go from active to quiet. They'll move away from, and I say they, meaning our rock throwers, which I believe to be the Ohio grassman or Bigfoot type creature. I got eye shine straight ahead of me. Just dip down. Did not see what it was, but it was kind of low to the ground. But again, so something took off over to the side. And what is this? We have something in the road up here. It looks like a mangled animal, I think. And that's what might have been over here. Something that was eating this. It is something mangled a goose. Holy crap. Well, there's signs of the predator activity right there. Something has massacred a Canadian goose. Huh. This time it wasn't the U.S. hockey team. Dude, that's creepy. It's very creepy. I'm going to not put the camera totally onto that. But that's probably what that critter was eating that. Again, fisher cats do that a lot. That's a very good guess of what did this. Coyotes also get them. So don't the bobcats and cougars that are around here. Yes, there's cougars. We're going to get to the top of this hill here, just maybe a little farther, and then we'll about face and head back. This hike is about 2 miles long. Again, the most difficult part is at the end, getting up that big hill I walked down to begin with. trailers, stuff on this property. That property over here with the old campers. Okay, we're gonna do about face right up here. Just up this way just a bit farther. Okay. There. Here, Canadian geese down to Conneaut Creek. Could be something hunting them. There's somebody riding the rumble strips on I-90. It amazes me how much that happens. I can tell that the geese are just to my left over here. Again, I'm not going to leave this road at all, even though there is a few feet to the side that the state owns. But from here. I'm just going to say this for the record that both of my feet are still on the road. I have my hand extended out there, trying to see over the edge. And click on my, so I have all 3 lights on, PowerTech ones, because one of the PowerTech Warriors batteries already starting to go on it. It's like very quickly. Everything was fully charged. Here's our mangled goose. You gotta be something pretty fearless to those things. We call those Canadian geese cobra chickens. There's been videos of them scaring away tigers, bulls, elephants. There. So they put a great bluff game on. I know one of those fearless type animals, though, is that fisher cat. Fisher cat is related to the wolverine. So it's literally got that I don't give a damn attitude. Fisher cats will go after other predators, foxes. Seen them go after even coyotes, solo ones. And fisher cats, so they're small. They got a loud, scary scream that they do. I caught a glimpse of eye shine for a second and lost it. There is something back there, but I can't see where it went. I gotta kind of keep my eyes peeled and checking both sides. I had just a glimpse of the eye shine and then it darted. got something back there, but I cannot catch any glimpse of it. Probably ducked over the ridge line. Because I can't pick up a thermal hit on it. And it is back there a little ways. Hear a dog from back that way. There goes our Canadian geese. They sound like they're way down here now. Caught a glimpse of something over that way too. I don't see it where. Man, I captured a glimpse of a light there, and then it was gone. I don't know if it showed on camera, but we'll have to keep an eye on that. What was that? That was some sort of screech. That was a creepy noise. I don't know if that came in. There's Canadian geese. Those geese sound airborne now, which probably means something was going after them. Because usually at night, they're staying in their water. It's crazy Ivan. Now, if you're seeing little particles floating through there, that is dust. That is not orbs. There's a lot of dust particles in the air. This is a dirt road. And because the wind is down to near zero, things are just kind of floating around in the air. I did have a couple of flashes of lights on this side that I don't recognize. I don't know if the camera caught them or not. Oh, there went that screech again. Well, that's interesting. That's one of the no trespassing signs. Look at how that's been up. I see someone hit it with a shotgun. Okay. This is our big tree right in front of us. Allegedly, I believe, I don't have that confirmed, but I believe that's the tree that the guy was tied to. Last year too, down over in this area, there was some dude who OD'd back here because the property owner blamed me for that happening, which I in no way, I'm going to state for the record, I in no way have told anyone to leave the road or go trespass onto anybody's property. And I've never told anyone to use drugs. So, in fact, I discourage it. I discourage both. I discourage trespassing. And I discourage drug use. Dude, what was that? I heard a creepy noise. Been a few noises here, but you guys hearing that little noise? There's some sort of animal. And then there's somebody who wrote get blanked. on the tree. That's actually fairly new. Okay. I hear noises over here. Okay. I'm gonna break out the old light. I'm gonna light this dang place up. I can still hear it. I heard it making a noise there. Let's see. I had something for a second right up there, and it ducked. Dude, I had it again just for a second. Up in there, I got something moving around up in there. It's a little far from my thermal to hit, and it's getting like, my thermal's picking up the water drainage that's right down here. There's something up there though. And there's something making some kind of a, almost sounds like it would be a frog, but they're not out yet. It's a weird, I don't know, I can't imitate it. There it goes. There it goes. Oh. I got two things up in the trees up here. I think I got our noisemakers up over here. But I gotta turn this off to try and unfortunately, because I can't zoom in and shine the light on at the same time. Let me try, see if I can do that though. Right there, right in there. We got something high in the tree, and I think that's our noisemakers. I know I can zoom in more. Okay, just give me a second here because I gotta have a free hand, and this is why I don't use this light. As much because I need to have a free hand to operate. I see them. I just got to try to find them on here zoomed in, which is a lot more difficult. And I can't, they're a distance off from me. Can't get them with my regular lights, and I can't do the zoom and hold this flashlight at the same time, so it's kind of frustrating, but okay. Oh, I got stuff up on the hill, on the hill. Darn it, I cannot. Okay, zoom out. There. We got something moving up there. Again, I wouldn't catch this eye shine without the big light on, but I can't zoom in and hold the light on them at the same time. So I still have it zoomed in at 4.8. I cannot see them anymore. And we're up over in here. Probably moved a little deeper into the woods. But that was pretty cool. We had some eye shine on a couple things. Again, all this area up here is private property. So it's like, as much as I'd like to go off looking for them up there, that area looks so cool to walk. Can't do it. But I had a glimpse right there. And that's weird. There's a spider floating by. Okay, that's creepy. Alright. I was having something a little closer to me over here. But I can't make anything out. I don't know what the sounds were, but there was something moving along this ridge line. I thought it was in those trees. I think that was back further on the ridge line and moved up here. But what exactly it was, I can't tell because of the distance. Yeah. Get this back to normal. Because of the distance. And the lack of hands. So there has been new graffiti down here, and sadly it's a lot of, like, you see right there where it says AB, that stands for Aryan Brothers. Okay. And they put the N-word on the side, which I'm not going to put on there. And someone had reported this to me. Someone put a whole bunch of, like, swastikas and stuff on here, and SS stuff, white boys. Yeah, this is all Aryan Brothers, ABs. That's a gang. It's a gang I had to deal with in the prison system a lot. So I know those douchebags well. That's what they are, douchebags. They put all their crap up there. And then Bridle and Tinker are the names of the two guys, the last names of the two guys who fell off their wagons and died on the road down here. And that's one of the myths, that you'll hear the horse and buggy with the no rider come across here. It's also one of the myths that you'll hear an old vagrant from the 1930s was down here who had a limp, and he had a donkey with him, and he just vanished. Nobody knows what happened to him during the Great Depression. And there's the rumor that you can hear him coming across the bridge dragging his leg. Even news reporters, there's a news reporter who camped underneath the bridge and heard just that. Said it sounded like someone walking, dragging their leg with the hoof steps of a mule or a horse coming across here. And this was during the 1980s when that happened, when that news reporter got that. You can actually look up that article online if you do any research on this area. Again, the moon We got some things stirring around. Gosh, the way those things were moving on the ridge line and the weird noises that they were making, those were not deer. I can tell you that right now. Those were not deer, even though I can't confirm with sightings on that. I'm telling you, that's what was making the sound. And I'm not sure if that was a couple of coyotes or fishers, or there's also river otters down here. It was something like that. That's a possibility. Now, as we start coming up here, you're going to see the lights of the doctor's house. And those are nothing to get excited over. Okay. Dude, I just heard that squeak again. I'm thinking those things are river otters from that sound. Hearing their noises. So I guess my best guess from those noises I'm hearing is that I'm hearing otters playing around. It's kind of cool, and I think that's what the eye shine that I had was, running up there on that ridge line. Part of me's thinking go back onto the bridge and look for them again, but the other part's saying I'm more concerned with getting up this hill. And it is wicked cold out here. Yeah. Two of my flashlights are getting low, and if these lights on that are on my camera go, then I have to use the O-light, and I will not have a free hand. It is a pretty interesting catch. And again, if you listen to some of those sounds on there that I heard with that eye shine, and start play a video of some river otters playing around, and it sounds very similar. I do spend a lot of my spare time listening to the animal noises, so I don't mistake them for something else. Yeah, there went one of my lights. Headlamp is dead. So I got the two PowerTech Warriors still going. One's very low. So because again, you see, when I have that other hand taken up with a flashlight, it's very difficult to zoom in on it, on stuff. Definitely had some odd things happening. As I get up the hill more. Kind of recap. Here's one of our danger areas. Our downed power line. Okay. So, the mangled goose, with the eye shine of the critter that was eating it, I didn't want to stay on camera, say hello, oh bastard. What I think was two river otters goofing around on the ridge line, making quite a bit of ruckus, and a downed power line. So we had some stuff, not our normal stuff, but I contribute that to some. I know there's at least one trail camera out there. I imagine there's probably a couple others. So we're going to probably give this place some time and wait for some nicer weather. We got some heavy rain on the way, and we'll be exploring some other places. Again, I have access to some more private property that I'll be hitting soon. I keep talking about, I can't say where it is, other than it's along the Conneaut Creek. And I'm excited about getting to do that. That'll be coming up here in the spring. I'm waiting for a little bit better weather to do that. Again, Berlin Lake will also be heavily focused on this summer. Swear to God, I had something peeking over that fence, that wood pile. Right up over here, I had something. It peeked at me and took off. Okay. That was weird. I caught a glimpse of its eye shine real quick. I don't know if you guys seen that. Berlin Lake, Owen Hill. Berlin Lake. We got permission from the state to be able to be in there overnight to do wildlife documentation and to help search for clues on cold case murders. Owen Hill, from what the property owner tells me, still very active. We'll be getting out there some. Owen Hill is a huge place too. Private property. We have the old house. You have the hill and the cornfield and the woods. 900 acres in total. That's going to also be going on. And of course, we have our other spots like Bigfoot Canyon. Center Street Access, which is a favorite, where we'll be at. Some too. Cameraman's talking about a new area too that we might be hitting this Friday, weather pending. Looks like we have rain for it. Okay, on that note, I'm going to leave the thermal camera on all the way till I get to my car in case we get any kind of noises. I have no clue what. Like pieces of an old tin roof. Alright, back up to the top. Again, the thermal camera will stay on until I get all the way in the car. But we'll call that a wrap from Creepy Hollow. During the full moon. And it'll be a blood moon, lunar eclipse in the morning, but the clouds are supposed to roll in and so isn't the rain. And it's supposed to not start till about 6:04 in the morning. It'll last about an hour. But it looks like it's going to probably be too cloudy to see up here. Alrighty, guys. So from Creepy Hollow, this is T-Mac for T-Mac's American Experience, saying thank you for watching. God bless you. Let me know what you think of the video. Let me know if you've seen anything. Drop stuff in the comments. I'm still seeing dust particles flying through here. Those aren't orbs. Alrighty.